heading for Immokalee, Florida, and the Seminole Casino there. That's always my stop on the way home. The only thing I didn't eat on this trip that I wanted was spare ribs. I just didn't hook up with spare ribs because I don't make spare ribs at home. But what I think I'm going to do is I'm going to Winn-Dixie, my grocery store, and buy spare ribs that are already made. It's like $12 for a slab of ribs, but they are good. So eventually I will get my spare ribs. What was interesting yesterday, coming from Tallahassee going south to Tampa, I was on highway, I think it was 90. In other words, I wasn't taking I-75, I was taking a more leisurely route. And every once in a while there would be mileage signs. And the mileage sign always said, never varied, gave the mileage to St. Petersburg, never Tampa. And I was wondering, why do they want St. Petersburg on their signs? Why not Tampa? Tampa, in my mind, is a more important city than St. Petersburg. Yet that's all the signs were for St. Petersburg. And they could have saved on paint on the sign by putting Tampa on the sign instead of all those letters for St. Petersburg. It didn't make a lot of sense. I love this water tower. Oh, I like this car too. The Sunshine Tollway in Central Florida, which I came through yesterday, was the most turning highway I've ever been on. You turn to the left doing 79 miles an hour. Then you go straight for a couple hundred feet. Then you turn to the right. Another couple hundred feet. Then you turn to the left. Couple hundred feet, then you turn to the right, on and on and on. Of course, if you kept turning to the left, you'd just be going in a circle. So it's always have to turn to the opposite direction. But I've never seen a highway, except in West Virginia, when Sharon and I came through in the early 1960s, did I ever see a highway that had as many turns in it as Sunshine Tollway. Turn, 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 turn. Big traffic slowdown going the other direction. I'm glad I'm missing that, and I hope I don't have something like that up ahead waiting for me. This is a tutorial on how to approach a prostitute that might be a cop. Well, the problem is, if you proposition a prostitute and you say, okay, here's the money, and then she whips out the handcuffs and says, I'm an officer, you're under arrest, you dumb John. So this is a tutorial on how to approach a prostitute that might be a cop, because any one of them could be a cop, and not get arrested. Well, first, you don't say, how much is sex? You say, first, let's have sex. And then she says, well, it'll be $50. And you say, well, oh, what? I thought this was going to be free. No, it's going to be $50. Now, when you hand her the $50, she throws the cuffs on you. But when she says, it'll be $50, tell her, no, I don't want to pay for sex, but I am willing to make a donation to your favorite charity. I said, what? Pick a charity. like Goodwill, the clothing people, the furniture people, used clothing people. Would you like me to make a donation of $50 to Goodwill's? Well, I never heard of that. Yes, I will. I will not pay for sex, but I will make a donation to your favorite charity. And I'll give you the money, and you take it and deposit it in your favorite charity. How's that? So you just keep saying, I will not pay for sex. I will not pay for sex. I will not pay for sex. This is going to be for free sex. But I will make a donation to your favorite charity. Then she cuffs you anyway. But you go before the judge. And she says, the cop says, he propositioned me for sex, for money. And then you say, no, Your Honor. We had free sex, or I wanted free sex, but I was willing to make a contribution to her favorite charity. He's got to let you go. The judge might say, you can't pull that trickery here in this court. You weren't making a donation. You offered to pay for sex. Because if you were making a donation, you would not have handed over money to the officer. You would have went to, say for instance, Goodwill's, and you would have made your donation at Goodwill. So therefore, you paid for sex. Wrong, Your Honor. Let's say at Christmas time, Goodwill or Salvation Army has Santa Claus outside ringing a bell, and it's got a donation pot. I go up to the donation pot and I drop my money in. He's standing there. Santa Claus is standing there. I drop my money in the pot. I didn't go to Goodwill to make my donation. I made it right in front of him. And I trusted him to take that money that's in the pot and turn it over to Goodwill or Salvation Army. It's the same thing, Your Honor. Well, I guess you're right. I gotta let you go on this one. I'm heading for the Immokalee Casino, Seminole Casino. And I call it the casino dedicated to sheep. It's a casino made just for sheep. And why is it made just for sheep? Because it's full of white wool-headed people. Just like me. So I call it the only sheep casino in America, serving the Fort Myers and Naples area.